Hi everybody, we're back. It's me from Craig's Cabin. We're going to be exploring Darwell Wood in Battle, East Sussex. There's actually more in Netherfield, but we're here exploring it, so let's jump in the video. So I think I've done a video here before with the family. This is going to be a solo walk, or I'm planning for the volunteers to come and have a look, because it's that time of year when all the mushrooms are coming out. I did this walk over a year ago and there was lots of different kinds of mushrooms, so I thought I'd bring you guys along with me this time. Now, I don't claim to be an expert on any of this stuff. I'm still learning. So big disclaimer, I won't be picking anything that I don't know what it is. And I'll stick to my 3 rules. Don't pick anything unless you know what it is. Always take less than a third. Ow, got an itchy lip. So let's carry on with this walk. I've got this lovely lady in front of me with her dog, but we're walking a nice slow pace that she's getting ahead of us, so I can spin the camera around. So this is a nice little woodland. It's actually just off of one of the country lanes that you come through, and the good thing about this one is this first bit here is gravel path. There's a boggy bit right near the beginning where the car park is, but this bit is a gravel path, so it's easy to walk on. It's not going to get all boggy, you're not going to slip over. The only thing you've got to watch out for is where people haven't picked up after their dogs. But other than that, enjoy the woodland. It's quiet, it's out of the way, and I think it's Forestry Commission woodland. I think I'll put all the information I can find in the description. If you want to just let me know that you've been watching the video, you could put Darwell, D-A-R-W-E-L-L, in the comments. So what we're going to do, I think the lady went up that way, and in fact, if I remember rightly, this is where we saw some big mushrooms we cut through. So we're gonna, I'm trying to remember the route that we took last time, just to see if it's the mushrooms are still there. Now I've probably walked past hundreds and hundreds of them and not even noticed. Or I could be too early, because our weather's been all over the place recently. And stuff's, there we go, look at that. I don't know what that one is, but if you're just beginning to learn, then these little collings, all you need to know mushrooms, is a good place to start. Now, not sure what these are. Let's have a look. It's not slimy on the top. Now look, it's got the gills underneath, long thin stem, and orange on the top. So haven't worked out how to use the key to species illustrated in the book. So it's umbrella shaped with central stem, gills on the underside. See page 8. It says. So two, three, four, nope. See, this is where it gets confusing. So we're going to find a spot to sit, and once you know it, we've found some more mushrooms. So I'm going to plant me staff in the ground just here. We're going to lean on this bank and see if we can figure out what that mushroom was. So it was umbrella shaped with a central stem, and it has gills on the underside, and it says C8. So there we go, 8 is there. Mushrooms. Here we go. Where are they? They're on the, yeah. So mushrooms are tossed with gills, spore, colour. So what colour were the gills? I thought they were that coloured. And are the gills free or not free? They say not free. So 113 to 120. So here we go to 113 here to 120. So shaggy, no, it doesn't look like that. Shaggy scally cap, no. Bonfire scally cap, no. Sheathed wood tuft, no, nearly. Sulphur tuft, that looks more like it. Bell shaped, yeah, okay, maybe. Yellow, gills are pale, cobweb like veil, convex tan in the centre, pale yellow margins, yes. It's on stumps and dead wood. Poisonous, very bitter with a taste like quinine. So that's a possible, it could be a sulphur tuft, maybe. Let's keep looking, because you always got to do. It's definitely not one of those blue roundheads, and it's not a dung roundhead. Magic mushroom, that's the one everyone's after. It's definitely not one of those. Round banded web cap, nope, the stem's too thick. Bruising web cap, and the stem's too thick again. Web cap, definitely not. Right, and the other page it said to look on was 164, so we'll check that one as well, just so that we've looked. $164, no, it's definitely not that one. So the most likely one, I would have to take a picture and yeah, I have to take a picture and do some more research, but it looks like a sulphur tuft, because it's got the thin stem and it's still got the orangey patches on the top. See there, the orange patch, and then so that looks like a sulphur tuft to me. I'm not going to take it because one, it says it's poisonous, and two, I'm not 100% sure, but it's a good idea now. And we've got little turkey tails on, only little baby ones as well. Or are they jelly ears? They feel, no, I think they're turkey tails. I could be wrong. Oh, but we're going into the woods. Now if I remember, here is where we found a lot of different types of mushrooms. And a lovely lady that came with us called Crystal was showing us about seps, fillets, fly agaric, and she's very knowledgeable. Fortunately she won't be joining us this time because she now works for another organisation, but we're going to use this as a time to learn a few things, me, myself and the volunteers. So, but look at this one. So we look what it's like. Gills underneath, parasol on the top. I think that's more like the one we just saw, just older or in a darker place. Right, where else did we want to look? Look around. There was fly agaric here somewhere. But I've spotted from over here some more. And there's only one, so I'm not going to get this one. But there's flies over it. It's got powdery residue on the top. I'm not going to disturb it and look what's underneath. If we find another one, then I'll look. But I can't correctly identify it without looking at the gills or lack of or whatever on it. So I'm going to keep looking. The best thing to do when identifying is, in my experience, mainly with plants though, mushrooms I would be a lot more cautious and check with more places, but what I do to identify things is check with 3 places. Apps are quite unreliable, but it can give you a starting point. So you take a picture. If you have an app, use your app. Do not rely just on the app because that's dangerous, but it gives you a starting point. Oh, look at that tiny little heart-shaped one there. And it's got little teeth underneath. I don't know if you can. But like I said, if there's only one, I'm not going to pull it and try and identify it. So go this way. But like I was saying, to identify these things, okay, you got your app, so use that, and then that gives you a place to start from. You must use at least one book. And also forums are good places, but like I said, do not rely on just one thing. So you use your app, use your books. Books are a definite go-to, especially if they've got colour pictures, proper photographs of how to identify the gills and the tops, etc. But now we come back out that little bit here, because along here is where most of the mushrooms are. Just got to be a bit careful because I think there's a steep hill in here somewhere. Yeah. seeing there's a steep uphill. So check with a minimum of 3 different sources and make sure one of them is a book. So use your app, use the books, use forums, use local experts. If you can find somebody that's doing like a mycology course or mycology workshop, get yourself on that, because if they are an expert, they can give you a lot more insight than just somebody that does it for fun. And don't be afraid, if they're using the Latin names for everything, don't be afraid to ask them for the common names, because not all people know the Latin names, not all people know the common names. So it's nice to build your knowledge base. Oh, I feel so much weight falling off my shoulders just walking in the woods. Right, this is this where I'm going to cut in? Let's cut in here. I come down this little path here. We have to make sure we've got walking poles with us. Yeah, last time we came there was thousands and thousands of different types of mushrooms. Some that I've never even seen before. This is the steep bit I was on about. Oh, somebody's killed a little mushy there. Oh look. See, if you slow down and just look. See that one? It's got leaves and that all, it's all slimy. But it's a smaller version of this one. A bigger version of this one. So this is all slimy. And it's got gills. So let's have a look, see if we can find what we're looking for. A roll rim, maybe. What's it got? Has it got funnel shape? And no, I don't think. Oh well. Under broadleaf trees, well, yes, it is. But if we flip it over, no, I don't think it is that one. Let's have a look. It's not a belay, it's not a slippery jack. It's more of a horn. It's not horn of plenty. It's not shunt. It could. No, it's not one of those. Definitely not. It's trying to tell me that it's oyster, but it's not. I know it's not an oyster. No, blushing wood mushroom, nope. It's not ink caps, I know what ink caps are. It's not belay, it's not sep. could be a roll rim, or something like this. It looks more like it, but where it's been sat here and it's got wet. Pink gill, nope, it's not that. Milk cap, maybe. And probably a milk cap. But like I said, take a picture. There you go. And we'll check when we get home with other books. See, look, there's loads of them now. My eye's starting to come in. It's what I find. It's what we found, even not just me, but other people last year. Is once we started noticing a few, that's when we started seeing lots. See that? There we go. More again. That's turkey tails. Now I just did an online course, which is all well and good, but it's nicer to get out and do it, with the Sussex Wildlife Trust, where they taught us about 7 different kinds of local mushrooms. And I've yet to see any of them. See, like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm still learning. That's why I keep the books, so that I can learn. So if any of you guys are more knowledgeable than I, know what those were called, then feel free to leave it in the comments. But this is what I'll try and stick my staff in the ground somewhere, but it's not happening. Just spotted this one. Now you guys should know what this is, I think. No, I could be wrong actually, but no, I think I might be wrong about this one. I thought it was fly algaric. It looks like something's been eating it. Look at the gills underneath. So let's see if we can find out what it is. Let's get the old book out. Right. No, I don't think it is fly algaric. White sponge. There we go. Mushrooms and toadstools with white sponges or spores. No, it's got gills. Those ones go into more detail. So, I have to put my stick down. I've only picked this one up because it's broken off already. So, first test, gills are free. Vulva at stem or no vulva at stem. So down at the stem, no ring at the stem, because you can see where it's broken off. So that's number 1. It says page 13 to 20. The first one that comes up is fly algaric, but you can see there it doesn't look like this one. So we put this little baby down for a minute and we check. So it's not a panther cap or a grey spotted one, blusher, death cap, destroying angel. Nope. So it's not that. It also says CB. Gills, thick, waxy, mostly in grass. Right, so are they thick and waxy? Well, they're thick, but they're not waxy. But they seem easily crumbled. Yeah. Put that back down there. Gotta make sure I wash my hands as well. So the gills are not thick and waxy. The gills are not thick and waxy. It says CC. Fruit body easily crumbled. So I've got to see if I can crumble the. There's no fruity damage from gills. So 74 to 88. 74. There we go. To 88. So it's not the brittle gill. Brittle gill. Not a brittle gill. I'm just getting closer, but not the right colours. No. Aha. Aha. That's it. That's the one. Best known for its reputation for causing sickness, and I've just had my hands all over it. Easily broken and sticky when wet. So yeah, it's definitely sticky. I can feel it all over my hands. But I've got to wash my hands. Easily peelable skin, cherry red, spongy white stem, swollen at the base. Oh, fruity smell. Well, I'm going to have to see that now. I know it's going to, not to eat it, but and I'm going to have to wash my hands, but oh my god, it smells like if you walk into a greengrocer's. It does smell like fruit. So we found one and correctly identified it as a sickener, and I'm very proud of myself. Like I said before, I'm not an expert, but I'm very proud of myself that I managed to identify a mushroom by using just the book. I will check it, but everything that it was saying matches up to a sickener. Now I'm going to use my water here, rinse my hands off. Put that in there. And I use the anti-bac as well when I get back home. So, sorry about flipping you around, making you dizzy and that for just for a second, but I needed to wash my hands. So we found a sickener. I thought it was fly algaric to start with, but it just proves you're not always going to be right about these things. So we're still on the hunt for a few more. The video's been going. Hold on. Sorry about the editing. I'm putting the camera around all sort of wrong ways. So found a sickener. We're still looking for a few others. The video's up to almost half an hour now, I think. Yeah, it's counting up, so it's nearly half an hour. I'm going to leave you guys there. Thanks for coming along. Stay safe and I'll see you later.